everyone, we are from Group 1 Ethics class again. We're gonna talk about land grabbing, and I am Luis Gabriel Biro.
I am Friends Brisaka.
I am Surya Batansila.
Let's go! So today, we're going to discuss the land grabbing. So what is land grabbing? According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, or FAO, highlights that land grabbing often involves the conversion of communal or indigenous lands into commercial agriculture, mining, or infrastructure projects, frequently bypassing legal safeguards. What is happening in land grabbing? Land grabbing as a large-scale land acquisition, often by foreign investors, that are made without free, prior and informed consent of affected communities and without adequate compensation. Especially in the place of Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or BARM, particularly in Maguindanao del Sur, where indigenous peoples or IPs are displaced during armed conflict and their lands are taken over, and also in Surigao and Compostela Valley, known for mining operation that encroach on ancestral domains. Then the last one is in Bukidnon and North Cotabato, which agricultural lands are target for agribusiness expansion, often displace smallholder farmers.
Theories agree. Utilitarianism, this is the theory suggests that the most ethical action is the one to produce the greatest good of the greatest number of people. Libertarianism, this is the theory that prioritizes the individual of liberty and the right of own property. Theorists disagree. The ontology, right, and the base ethics, this the framework emphasizes the duty and the moral rules, and its others would likely view and the land grabbing as inherently wrong because it involves the fundamental right. Virtue ethics, this approach na focus on the character of the person and what is virtuous. What must be happening? Expose injustice. Land grabbing is a command in scripture as a greed and thief. Isaiah 5 verse 8. A pursues situation. A biblical situation includes the restoring stolen and land. Leviticus 25 verse 22 to 23 to 28. Protect the vulnerable, and God defends and the poor of indigenous people. And Proverbs 22:23. And legal system must be safeguarded and astral domain and communal lands in Deuteronomy 27:17. Practical stewardship. A land is God's gift, not commodity, in Genesis 2:15. A use of land must reflect care, sustainability, and community benefits in Psalms 24 verse 1. Instead of land grabbing, ethical land governance must be prioritize community land rights and the food sovereignty and participatory decision making. This approach to protect the livelihood, ecosystem, and indigenous stewardship. Secure the community land rights. Governments and institutions must be legally recognized and protect customary and homeland ownership. This includes the indigenous territory, ancestral domain, and agrarian reform from the beneficiaries and legal safeguards to prevent displacement and empower local stewardship. Particularly in land governance, a land decision should involve the affected communities to transparent, exclusive, and progress. This includes the prior and informed consent, FPIC, especially for indigenous people, as the mandate for the Philippine law and international norms.
Good day everyone, I am Luis Gabriel Bero and I'm gonna talk about our recommendations and conclusions about our topic, land grabbing. So the UN Habitat's Land Governance Review this 2017 report outlines key international frameworks for securing land and property rights. It emphasizes transparency, legal recognition, and customary rights, and corporate accountability as pillars of ethical governance. Read the full report. Accountability Research Center or ARC, Land Reform in the Philippines. ARC's working paper from the ground up analyzes multi-level accountability politics in the Philippine land reform. It highlights the community participation, legal remedies, and transparency as essential to protecting land rights. Also, the Springer in Encyclopedia Transparency and Accountability in the Philippine Local Government. This entry defines transparency as enabling internal and external forces to influence governance. It supports open access to land data, clear language, and whistleblower protections. Let's explore the entry. To conclude this report, land grabbing is a moral and legal injustice that in rights violates the rural of indigenous community. Instead of dispossession, ethical and land governance must uphold transparency, community land rights, and stewardship rooted in justice. Grounded in both international frameworks and biblical principles, the path forward calls for restitution, legal reform, and participatory decision-making to protect the land and those who depend on it. So, for me, land grabbing is the unfair takeover of land, indigenous people, and small farmers by powerful groups of investors without their consent or fair compensation. It often happens in areas like Mindanao, Bukidnon, and Surigao, where communities are displaced for business or mining projects. This practice is unjust because it violates human rights and destroys livelihoods. Instead, ethical land use should promote fairness, transparency, and community participation to ensure land benefits everyone equally. And that's all. God bless us all.